And welcome to Tuesday Night Baseball on the Greyhounds Sports Network. Tony Brubaker up in the press box, getting ready for a good high school baseball game tonight between the Boerne Greyhounds and the Fredericksburg Battlin Billies. Should be a good one. Boerne right now in a three-way tie for first in District 28, 4A. Fredericksburg a game behind at 3-3. All three teams in first tied at 4-2. A big difference in this game tonight will be those guys at the plate. This season, Fredericksburg, in a total of 16 games, has scored 101 runs. In 23 games, Boerne has scored 181. So their offense is much different. Even in district play, Boerne has scored 55, while Boerne has scored 55, while Fredericksburg just 33, and that should be what we look for tonight. The starting pitcher for Boerne, though, will make it even more difficult for Fredericksburg. Cole Phillips, 5-0 on the year, 63 strikeouts in 36 innings, just 23 walks so far this year. He's given up only 3 earned runs in those 36 innings. His ERA is so small we can't even see it below 1 at 5.78. He's on the mound tonight with Galloway behind the plate. And the first batter will be Felix Cruz for the Battlin Billies. The starting shortstop comes in with a .294 batting average on the season. Cruz, a right-handed batter, waits for the first offering. There's a fastball up and inside by Phillips. So quickly Cruz ahead in the count, 1-0. That fastball's outside, and he's now ahead in the count, 2-0. Cruz, the leadoff hitter, leads them with 23 runs scored on the season. That fastball catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-1. Initial batter here in the top of the first. Beautiful night for high school baseball here in Boerne, Texas. Swing and a miss on strike 2, and the count goes even to Felix Cruz, the leadoff batter for Fredericksburg. Phillips sends another one past him, swinging this time, and our first strikeout of the game.
Now batting number 9, Cole.
For the first out of the game. And the opposing pitcher is the number 2 hitter for Fredericksburg. Cole Immel will step in from the left-handed side. .262 his average on the season. He comes up with the bases empty and one down here in the top of the first. Phillips again gets his sign, winds and brings it home. Fastball outside by about a foot. Immel stayed off of it. Phillips works very quickly here in the early going. Another fastball slides outside. The hard-throwing right-hander has given up just 9 hits in those 36 innings. That one looked like he let up a little bit and got it over to even or bring the count to 2-1. Phillips leaves that one outside to run the count to 3-1. In danger of drawing or giving up just his 24th walk on the season. He's only walked 23 batters in 36 innings. That one in the dirt. And we have our first base runner of the game.
Now batting number 13, Javi Rodriguez.
So Immel goes to first on the walk. And Javi Rodriguez, the 3-hole hitter, the center fielder, is due up. Sports the top batting average on the team at .446. Has a team best 16 runs batted in as well. Runner for the pitcher.
Pinch running number 11, Jacob Shandua.
Shandua, the pinch runner. For Immel at first. Courtesy runner. Rodriguez, .446 average is about 140 points higher than the next closest batting average in the order. So Phillips now works with a runner on first and one out. The right-hander out of the stretch. Like a curve or a slider that got enough of the plate for a strike call, and he gets ahead of the batter for the first time tonight. Checks the runner again. That one's popped up on the infield. First baseman will come over and make the catch. That's Cloudy.
Now batting number 6, Jesse Castillo.
And that'll bring up the DH, Jesse Castillo. Castillo on the season a .308 hitter. Has one of very few home runs on the team, along with 9 runs batted in. He's up with 2 outs and a runner still on first. Throw to first, chases the courtesy runner back. Phillips, as the runner takes off, a hit and run opportunity, negated by a foul ball. So Phillips again will get himself ready. He'll check the runner first. And brings a breaking ball. The runner is going. The throw to second is in time. So caught stealing ends the inning. That's the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first, where Johnson, Lambert, and Phillips are due up for the Greyhounds on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Greyhounds Sports Network is brought to you by Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Dog and Pony Grill, Glick Insurance, Toyota of Boerne, Ferris Orthodontics, and Wick Productions. Tonight's broadcast on the Greyhound Sports Network is brought to you by
better service, faster results. Let Toyota of Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota of Boerne.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here in Boerne, Texas, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when this all passes, and it will, you'll really be reminded of how we just keep making them smile. Thank you for your trust and support, and go Greyhounds.
And we're back for Tuesday Night Baseball on the Greyhound Sports Network. Boerne coming to bat after a scoreless top of the first. Cole Immel, who batted second and batted left-handed, will be a right-handed thrower. On the season, this is his 10th start. 7-1 his record, a 3.30 ERA. Not a strikeout pitcher, though, with about the same amount of strikeouts and walks, right around 13 and 14. So he is someone who gets you to put the ball in play, and we'll have to see how his defense works for him tonight. Again, it'll be Johnson, Lambert, and Phillips due up first, second, and third.
Leading off number 12, Cam Johnson.
Johnson, the team's leadoff hitter, is shortstop. A .472 average on the season. Kind of guy you like at the top of the order. 29 runs scored and 23 RBIs with that .472 average. Again, Johnson readies himself and gets into the box. First pitch misses the zone. Johnson again back in and ready. Left-handed hitter takes a rip. At a 1-0 fastball and evens the count at 1-1. Johnson, a team leader in so many things, including that batting average and runs scored. Waits for the 1-1. Immel misses outside. Count goes to 2-1 for the leadoff hitter for the Greyhounds. That one down and in. And Johnson ahead in the count at 3-1. And the 3-1 delivery. Ripped towards right center. The center fielder comes on, takes it on a hop. Rodriguez manages it after bobbling initially to get it in, and that is a hit
Now batting number
for
9,
the leadoff hitter
Lambert.
for the Greyhounds. Swinging 3-1. He hits a rope to right center for a leadoff hit, the first hit of the game. Brings up Dylan Lambert, the left fielder. His average .406 on the season. Another batter over 400. Wants to lay down a bunt and fouls it back on the ground towards the screen. He scored 21 runs on the season. Another one of the team leaders in that regard, as you expect your number 1 and number 2 hitters in the lineup. He squares again. Immel checks the runner at first. This time he's swinging away. Center field. It's deep. Going back is Rodriguez, and he can't make the play. Johnson will round second, heading for third. He'll score easily. Lambert on his way to third will be held there with a triple. So back-to-back hits. Both of them hit hard.
Number 14, Cole Phillips.
And the Greyhounds have scored here in the opening frame and lead it 1-0.
Everybody trying to be like me, trying to save my juice.
That ball absolutely smoked. Rodriguez went slowly back for it. I don't know if he misjudged it or just didn't get a good look at it, but that one went over his head, kind of got a glove on it, but couldn't bring it in. Brings up the pitcher, Cole Phillips, batting third tonight. He is a .400 hitter. Swings and fouls this one down the right field side. 20 runs batted in on the season. Has 5 triples to his credit. Big number 14. Immel again checks the runner at third. Out of the stretch. Something a little off speed there. Fouled again down the right field side. And Phillips is down in the count 0-2. Immel's next pitch. Back up the middle. That'll seek through. It'll be an RBI single for Cole Phillips as the Greyhounds put another run up on the board and lead it 2-0.
Number 24, Rashawn Galloway.
So the RBI single puts a runner on first. Still no one out. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the first. Greyhounds lean-up hitter. Number 24, Rashawn Galloway, the catcher, is up now. His batting average at .345 on the season.
Courtesy runner number 8, Jackson Graves.
And a courtesy runner at first for Phillips, Jackson Graves, number 8. Galloway on the season. I mentioned a .345 average. He's only played in about half the team's games at 12 of them. Looks at a breaking ball and fouls it over the first base dugout. Galloway waits. Immel's next pitch. Foul tipped back into the catcher's mitt. And again, down in the count 0-2. Graves takes his lead from first. Immel readies for the 0-2. That one in the air, first base side, up and out of play. Count stays at 0-2. Nobody out, a runner on first, 2 runs in for the Greyhounds. Tuesday night baseball on the air for you on the Greyhounds Sports Network. Immel sends a breaking ball, a good rip by Galloway, but it'll be a line out to left field, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now
So the
batting
line
number
drive
18,
is
Caleb
out number
Sanchez.
1. Graves goes back to first, and it'll bring up the right fielder, number 18, Caleb Sanchez. Sanchez, like Galloway, hasn't played, but this is his 13th game. 276 his average on the season. Waits for the first delivery from Immel. It's a fastball up. He swings and misses. The runner is going and steals second base as the throw was short and bounded over the shortstop covering. So a stolen base for Graves. Puts a runner on second with 1 out, and Sanchez again at the plate. Checks the sign from the third base coaching box. 1 out, a runner on second. Infield at double play depth. There's a fastball on the right side again. Cruz, the shortstop for the Billies, is trying to keep Graves close at second. Now the second baseman, Nunn, also comes over. There's a breaking ball, or maybe a slider that just got loose, and Immel sends it over almost everyone. Good job by the catcher, Ward, to jump up and snag it. That makes the count 1-2. Kind of surprised the base umpire is on that side, but so he gets a better look at third. There's a breaking ball that hung up. It's a pop up over the second baseman's head. It'll fall in for a single for Sanchez. Graves will stop at third as that's where the throw goes. But Sanchez gets the hit.
Now batting number 42,
And
Andrew
the
Poole.
Greyhounds have runners on first and third with 1 out. And the third baseman, Andrew Poole, a .306 hitter on the season. 11 runs batted in to his credit so far. Greyhounds have lost their last 2. They dropped a pair to Canyon Lake, but before that had won 4 in a row. So 4 of 6 is the more positive way to look at a team that's now 17-5-1, 4-2 in district play. And there's a fly ball to right. It's got some carry. The right fielder Rhea is back, and he makes the catch. The runner from third, Graves, will tag. He'll score easily for the third run of the inning for the Greyhounds. So
Now
a
batting
sac
number
fly
25, Tyler Garatano.
to right field is the second out. Sanchez holds at first. And Tyler Garantano, the second baseman, is due up. His average .224 on the season, though he does have 19 runs batted in. And one of 2 players to have a home run to his credit, the second baseman. Immel's first pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. And after giving up a pair of ropes to start the game, he gave up a slow rolling single up the middle, then had a line out to left. There's a ground ball to third. Nice scoop. The throw across is good by Carpenter, and that's the third out of the inning. Garantano goes down 5-3, but the Greyhounds get 3 runs to their credit on 4 hits and 1 runner left on base. After 1 inning complete, we'll be back with the second inning after this timeout. It's 3-0 Boerne on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Greyhounds Sports Network is brought to you by Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Dog and Pony Grill, Glick Insurance, Toyota of Boerne, Ferris Orthodontics, and Wick Productions.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Hi, my name is Michael Glick with Glick Insurance. Since 1991, I've been assisting you and your family with all of your insurance needs. At Glick Insurance, we pride ourselves in educating before selling to ensure you get the best coverage and rates available. We not only offer a wide range of products, but we also offer customizable options and regular check-ins to review and make sure your policy is up to date. To start your coverage today, call Glick Insurance at 830-816-2811 or visit us online at glickinsurance.com.
Back to Greyhound Stadium. There's a foul ball by Jesse Castillo, the DH, who leads off the second inning for the Battlin Billies. It's a 3-0 Boerne lead. Phillips sends a breaking ball for strike two, waved at by Castillo. A 3.08 average on the season. He has 9 runs batted in on the year. There's a fastball beat in the dirt, which is turf, but we'll still say dirt in front of the plate. Saving your field with that turf at the plate. Beautiful grass field all around the rest of the diamond. There's a swing and a foul ball on the 0-2 pitch down the right field side. So Phillips having to work a little bit. Now his 5th pitch to the leadoff hitter. There's a breaking ball. I think he fouled just enough of it, got a tip of it for his 3rd foul ball of the at-bat as he's working Mr. Phillips an awful lot here. Cole Phillips will likely pour another one in here to see if he can get him out. Shakes off the first sign. Batter calls for time. Yes. Phillips sends a breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 3, but time had been called by the batter. So Cole again gets ready for another 0-2 delivery. Gets the sign, goes to the windup. Fastball a little bit outside. The count goes to 1-2. So Cole doing some work here to the leadoff batter. Now his 7th pitch to the hitter. There's a ground ball foul down the third base side. Home plate umpire needs some new baseballs with all the foul balls, especially here to this batter. Jesse Castillo. The designated hitter. Phillips winds. And there's a ball down the left field line. Has a chance but goes foul as the at-bat continues. Not sure I have an exact count for how many pitches Cole Phillips threw in the first inning, but he's getting real close to that for the leadoff batter here in the second. There's another breaking ball fouled off the end of the bat towards the first base dugout. Home plate umpire going through those baseballs one after another with Castillo at the plate. And he swings and misses at a breaking ball that had to be at least 2 feet and sweeping away almost in the outside the left-hand batter's box. But the second leadoff hitter in a row is out on strikes for Fredericksburg, and that'll bring up the catcher, number 22, J.B. Ward. 277 is average on the season. Phillips' first pitch, quite a bit outside for ball 1. Ward on the season with 6 runs batted in addition to that 277 average. That one got him, I believe, and that'll be a base runner on a hit by pitch.
Now batting number 1, Jake Nunn.
So for the second inning in a row, Phillips has put the second hitter of the inning on base after striking out the leadoff hitter. So Ward takes first. Brings up the second baseman, Jake Nunn. Number 1, Jake Nunn, a 240 average on the season, a couple of runs batted in. He has 6 hits on the season. 2 of them were doubles, and he does have the 2 RBI. Phillips checks the runner at first, who has a good lead. Brings the pitch home. Fastball, strike 1. Nunn, a junior, waits for the 0-1. That one in the dirt. The runner doesn't go at first, then takes off and beats it easily. Pass ball or wild pitch? What do you think? Or do you think he was stealing? Yeah, I think it's a pass ball. I think the catcher had his glove on it, should have held on to it. Strike 2 on a fastball over the outer half that Nunn just looked at. So the count now 1-2 to the 6-hole hitter for Fredericksburg with 1 out and a runner on second now after the pass ball. That ball down the right field side. The right fielder is over, and Sanchez makes the catch. The runner tags at second, and the throw to third gets past the third baseman. Good backup by the left fielder. Pitcher was also over there.
Now batting number 8, Quentin Carpenter.
So a fly ball to right is the second out. The runner takes third on the fly ball and brings up the third baseman, number 8, Quentin Carpenter. His average 257 on the season, 6 runs batted in.
Courtesy runner number 4, Trip Dennis.
Trip Dennis, a senior, will be the courtesy runner for the catcher down at third base. Phillips now with a runner on third and 2 down. Fastball just a bit outside for ball 1. Carpenter again, 257 is average. The junior, there's a ball that gets past. Looked like that one was in the dirt. And the Billies score their first run of the game and make it a 3-1 score without the benefit of a hit. So Ward reaches by a hit batsman, takes second on a pass ball, goes to third on a fly ball. There's a strike for strike 1 on a 2-0 pitch, and then scores on a wild pitch. Phillips sends one low and away, and the count goes to 3-1. Have to say, with his stats on the season, he hasn't been especially sharp tonight in the strike zone. He's been a little erratic on both sides of the plate. His 3-1 delivery. Sent in the air to right center. Sanchez chases it and makes the grab as the ball kind of hangs up. And the fly ball to right is the third out of the inning. But the Battlin Billies score a run without a hit and without an error, and it's 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here in Boerne, Texas, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when this all passes, and it will, you'll really be reminded of how we just keep making them smile. Thank you for your trust and support, and go Greyhounds.
If you want to train like the athlete, and I mean truly train like a professional athlete, you come to D1.
Athletes are the staple of what we want to be. You want to be healthy, you want to be strong, you want to have a smile on your face, you want to be energetic when you walk into places and just have a presence about you. And so I think D1 creates that atmosphere, and they understand the opportunity they have in taking these individuals and making them better.
D1 Boerne, the place for the athlete.
This place is going to change the way I play the game.
Back to Tuesday night baseball at Greyhound Stadium. Having a little conversation about whether that run would be earned or unearned, and I don't think any of us are specifically ready. I think we have a split vote on it right now, and we'll probably look it up before the game's over tonight. Houston Hendricks, the center fielder, will lead it off for Boerne here in the bottom of the second. Greyhounds scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first and lead it 3-1 after Fredericksburg tallied a run without virtue of a hit in the top half of the second inning. Hendricks wears number 3, has a .273 average on the season. The left-handed batter has 4 runs batted in, but has scored 18 runs. He digs in and waits for the first pitch from Immel. Swing and a miss. So, we have some evidence that says that's an unearned run. The 0-1 pitch in there a little bit low, and the count goes even at 1-1 to Hendricks, the center fielder. I guess what makes it unearned is the pass ball. Now we have a conversation because that ball apparently was thought to be a strike by the Fredericksburg coach, Derek Dietrich. Umpire called it a ball, said it was low. Have a conversation just down the third base line that the home plate umpire called for because there was some barking going from the dugout. In any event, it's a 1-1 count to Houston Hendricks as he leads off the second inning for Boerne. Hits it on the ground. The pitcher can't field it. Immel got a glove on it but couldn't field it cleanly.
Now batting number 7, Xander Garrison.
Error on the pitcher will put Hendricks on first base. So the E1 leads off the second for Boerne. Xander Garrison, the designated hitter who sports number 7 on his back, comes to bat with a runner on first and nobody out here in the bottom of the second. The right-handed hitter. Fakes a bunt, that one in the dirt. It's a pass, or a wild pitch, pardon me. Will get the runner to second base. And it's ball 1 to Garrison. So since we were just talking about it, by virtue of the error by the pitcher, the runner is still an earned run, and the wild pitch on second puts him on second. He's still earned at second base. Still a long way to go in this bottom of the second. That one a bit outside. And the count moves to 2-0. To the 9-hole hitter for the Greyhounds. Immel's next pitch sails inside, and the count is 3-0. Garrison bats for the first baseman, Xander Cloudy, who doesn't bat in the lineup tonight. Cole Immel Sends that one low, and on 4 pitches,
Now batting number 12, Cam Johnson.
the 9-hole hitter Garrison takes first base. Brings us to the leadoff hitter, Cam Johnson, who singled a leadoff the Greyhound first. Has no doubt improved his .472 average. He's also scored a run, which gives him 30 on the season for the team lead. So runners on first and second, no one out. Johnson will bunt, and a good bunt right in front of the plate. The pitcher, Immel, comes up with it. His throw to first is just in time. So the sac bunt by Johnson will be recorded 1-3. That's the first out. The runners advance to second and third. Now with 1 out, it'll be Dylan Lambert, the left fielder, who hit the hardest ball of that first inning. His RBI triple over the center fielder's head. Bats now with, again, runners on second and third and 1 down. Infield in all the way around. And there's a fastball sails outside by Immel. The count goes to 1-0. Lambert with 22 runs batted in and 22 runs scored. Actually 23 runs batted in now on the season. Looks at a fastball up and away, and the count goes 2-0. So Immels has now thrown 6 consecutive balls. Having trouble finding the strike zone here in the second. Out of the stretch, Immels. That one called low, so it's 3-0 again. Like our home plate umpire might have almost flinched before calling that a ball, as it was obviously just a bit below the knees. There's strike 1. Lambert taking all the way. Now with 3-1 count, the infield still in. Runners on second and third and 1 down. I'm guessing Lambert will be hacking at this one if it's close. Immel again out of the stretch. In the air, third base side. A lot of foul territory as the third baseman chases it, but it goes out of play by about 10 feet. And that'll move the count to a full count for Dylan Lambert. Left fielder waits. Immels gets the sign. That one upstairs, breaking ball.
Now batting number 14, Cole Phillips.
That's a tough pitch to take because it was close enough to be strike 3. Lambert gets the call and earns the walk and loads the bases for the 3-hole hitter, the pitcher Cole Phillips. Phillips had the ground single up the middle to drive home Lambert. So he's got 21 runs batted in on the season. Meeting at the mound is coaches in the infield all talking it over. 1 out, the bases are empty. Phillips, who gave up a run in the top of the inning, now bats trying to get it back and maybe some more here in the bottom half of the second. Our home plate umpire finally says this is long enough, and he'll march out to the mound to try to break it up. And if you haven't figured out yet, here in the second inning, both of our starting pitchers have the first name of Cole. Fredericksburg's is Cole Immel. Boerne's obviously is Cole Phillips.
Now batting number 14, Cole Phillips.
And Immel will have the bases loaded and only 1 down for the 3-hole hitter for the Greyhounds. Phillips waits. Immel gets the sign. Infield still in with the bases full. Could have a play at the plate. There's a pop-up on the infield. Pitcher calling for it right now. Second baseman calls him off. and Nunn makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So the pop-up to the second baseman is out number 2. The bases remain loaded now for the cleanup hitter, Rashawn Galloway, the catcher for the Greyhounds, and his .345 average, lined a line out to left field his first time up on an absolute rope. Hit probably as hard as any of the other balls that were hit, but it was caught. He now has another chance now with the bases loaded, but there are 2 out. The infield back to make a play at any base. Immel's first pitch is a breaking ball, low and away. So Galloway gets ahead in the count, digs in, kind of crowds the plate, the big right-hander. Immel waits, gets his sign into the stretch. Swing and a miss by Galloway. Swung right through that one. Count goes even at 1-1 now. Big moment of the game as the Greyhounds could do some damage here to break this one open. 3-1 the score right now. They have the bases loaded, but 2 are out. Galloway asks for time as Immel has really slowed down his process. Carpenter, Cruz, Nunn, and Metzger on the infield for Fredericksburg. Immel gets the sign. Nice stop by the catcher, Ward. That one hopped the left-handed batter's box, and the count goes to 2-1. Galloway again waits for the 2-1. That in the air to left center. It's got a lot of carry to it. The center fielder goes back, and it's over the fence. A grand slam home run for Rashawn Galloway. 10 RBIs coming into the game. That gives him 14, and the game is now a 7-1 score as all 3 runners will cross the plate. Galloway steps on it for the home run. You don't see it very often, but a grand slam home run for Rashawn Galloway. The bomb to left center field. Absolute bomb brings up the right fielder, Caleb Sanchez, who bats now with 2 outs and the bases empty. But a 7-1 score now with a 4 spot up in the second hole of the Boerne line score. First pitch inside and low. Sanchez again waits. Immel's next pitch. It's called strike 1, even at 1-1. Sanchez, the right fielder, has made some plays in right field tonight. Sends a rope towards short, and Cruz can't stop it. There's a single into left field as the hit parade continues for the Greyhounds. Andrew Poole, the third baseman, due up. The 8th hitter in the inning. 4 runs in, a run at first, 2 runs are out. Poole hit a sacrifice fly to right field his first time up and got an RBI out of it for his 12th of the season. Swing, check swing, but that'll be a strike on the off-speed offering by Immel. Sanchez takes his lead at first. Immel comes inside, just misses Poole. Would have gladly taken one for the team there and kept this inning going. Now gets back in with a 1-1 offering to come from Immel. There's a fly ball to left center. The left fielder is over, but he won't get it. And then bobbles it. The center fielder, Rodriguez, comes up with it. The runner from first, Sanchez, will score on the double.
25, Tyler Garatano.
By Poole. we giving Poole an RBI? Okay. Give him an RBI as Zimmer-Buehler had a hard time coming up with it. So runner now on second, still 2 out, 5 runs in on the inning. It's an 8-1 score. That one just outside for ball 1. For the 9th hitter of the inning for the Greyhounds. Tyler Garantano grounded out to third his first time up. Watch that one called for a strike. Count goes even at 1-1. Garantano sporting a .224 average coming into the season, but he did have 19 runs batted in on the year, in the top 5 in that regard. There's a foul ball on the right side up into the screen. Makes the count 1-2. Houston Hendricks, the center fielder, who reached on an error is to lead off the inning, is in the on-deck circle if Garantano gets on base. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Count even up at 2-2. Himmel trying to work his way out of the inning, even though 5 runs are in. He'd no doubt like to end it here. But has not been sharp in the inning. Threw a ball about 6 inches outside. Acted like he wanted the call. That one wasn't very close. Catcher moved outside, and then he hit his glove. So the count is full. First base is open. Garantano waits. Sends a ground ball to third. Under the third baseman's glove. The runner will try to score from second, and he will. Garantano goes into second. And the Greyhounds have another run on the board.
Now batting number 3, Houston Hendricks. Houston means that I'm one day closer to you. Oh, honey,
so it is an error on the third baseman. And because the left fielder had a long way to go, Garantano did a great job of moving up to second base. That brings up Houston Hendricks, the center fielder, who reached on a bouncing ball back to the pitcher that Immel misplayed. A slow hit ball. So a runner on second, 2 out. Time was called, so no pitch. As Hendricks bats for the second time in this inning. 9-1 your score. Boerne trying to put a statement on this one. And the runner got a jump. Immel spun around as if he was going to throw to second. Immel readies for the 1-0 pitch. That one low and goes to 2-0. Throw down to second as the runner, Garantano, wavered away. Throw not nearly in time, but the count is 2-0 with 2 outs and a runner on second. The 2-0. Fouled back into the screen. So the count 2-1 as Immel gets the sign, brings it home to Hendricks. Must have been a little low as our home plate umpire almost flinches again, but calls it ball 3. So the score is 9-1. Still some tension here as Immel just tries to get out of the inning. There's a ground ball to second. This one could be on a nice Sunday hop. The throw to first is in time. 4-3 the putouts, the third out of the inning. The Greyhounds get 6 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 errors and 1 runner left on base. After 2 complete, it's 9-1 Greyhounds on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
What's your Wi-Fi score? With the GVTC Wi-Fi Score Quiz, you can determine the Wi-Fi speed to suit your needs. Our cyber pros know how to set the mood before streaming their favorite TV show. Take our quick Wi-Fi score quiz today at gvtc.com/Wi-Fi score and make sure your connection is up to speed.
Hi, I'll take the
I'm
Charger
gonna get the
burger.
Greyhound burger, please.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Charger burger. Mushrooms, Swiss, caramelized onions.
Greyhound burger. Bacon and American cheese.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Hey guys, you can like both of them at the same time.
We'll take 2.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here in Boerne, Texas, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when this all passes, and
we're back in Boerne, Texas, Greyhound Stadium for Greyhounds Sports Network action as the Greyhounds host the Battlin Billies of Fredericksburg, and right now they're not being very good hosts as it's a 9-1 lead for Boerne. Cole Phillips has been masterful, although he did give up a run, an unearned run in the top of the second inning. After hitting a batter, a pass ball gave him to second, a fly ball got him to third, and then a wild pitch scored him. And there's a curveball for strike 2. This is Rob Zuberbuehler, the left fielder. And he's down in the count 0-2. Cole Phillips would like to have a nice quick third inning here. That fastball upstairs. He checked his swing. The first base umpire says so, as I think everybody did, but the catcher trying to get a call. Doesn't get it. It's 1-2. Phillips again. Breaking ball low and away. Evens the count at 2-2. Phillips has given up 3 earned runs in what is now 38 1/3 innings. Fastball fouled down the third baseline by Zuberbuehler. And again, a big thanks to Paige Finley for pronunciations of the Battlin Billies. They didn't have many that were difficult, but Zuberbuehler is a mouthful. That one just a tad outside, runs the count full at 3-2 to the left fielder. Zuberbuehler, the 7-hole hitter, batting for the first time here in the third, and there's a fastball inside. And Phillips has walked his second batter of the game, in addition to a hit by pitch.
Now batting number 3, Mason Ray.
Mason Ray, the right fielder, due up again for the first time. Bats with nobody out, a runner on first. Ray, a .207 hitter on the season with 5 runs batted in. Steps to the plate for the first time tonight. Phillips misses, and the runner's going, and that's a stolen base. The ball in the dirt is ball 1. We've said this before, Phillips has some marvelous numbers on the season. Has a couple of no-hit perfect game type games. Tonight has not had his best control. I don't know that his stuff is bad, He just hasn't controlled it as well as I'm sure he has all season. That's a strike on a fastball outer half. But again, you don't throw the ball like he has this season. And he's put 3 runners on base tonight in 23 and 36 innings before. And there's a swing and a foul ball back to the screen on a ball that was probably a few inches outside. The count goes 1-2 to the second hitter here in the third for Fredericksburg. Ray, a junior, listed as a utility player in right field tonight. Fastball up and in, throw down to second is not in time. Count goes even at 2-2. Galloway showing off his arm. Runner was back in time, but it closer than it would have looked when he first probably cocked his arm to throw. Phillips now gets the sign and the 2-2 delivery with a runner on second and nobody out. And there's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball for another strikeout.
Now batting Felix Cruz.
So instead of striking out the leadoff batter and putting the second one on base, he's reversed it here in the third. And we go back to the top of the order, and Felix Cruz, their top hitter by production, their leadoff hitter, watches a breaking ball go low. The runner at second after a walk and a stolen base, Zuberbuehler. Now with 1 out, Cruz waits for the 1-0. There's a ground ball to short. Should be 6-3 put out. It is. The runner advances to third, but now with 2 outs.
Now batting number 9, Cole Emmel.
Fimmel can work around the base runner as Cole Emmel, the opposing pitcher. Don't know if he'll go back out in the third, but he bats here in the third. He walked back in the first. Phillips, there's a foul ball, third base side out of play on strike 1. As Phillips gets ahead in the count. Emmel on the season again with 7 runs batted in, has a triple and 4 doubles to his credit. So he's had some production at the plate, even though his average is .262. Swings and misses at an off-speed pitch for strike 2 in the count. Phillips gets way ahead. Emmel, the junior, waits for the 0-2 from Phillips. That one in the dirt. Nice stop by Galloway. Phillips trying to get out of the inning without letting Fredericksburg score again. The 1-2 fouled up and out of play. Again, Phillips has struck out 3 tonight. He has 63 strikeouts, 66 strikeouts now, and 39 innings of pitching. There's a slow off-speed pitch, grounded to second. Up with the throw in time is Scarantano to Cloudy, and that's the third out of the inning. 4-3 on the putout is out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the third inning with a 9-1 Greyhound lead on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
What's your Wi-Fi score? With the GVTC Wi-Fi Score Quiz, you can determine the Wi-Fi speed to suit your needs. Our cyber pros know how to set the mood before streaming their favorite TV show. Take our quick Wi-Fi score quiz today at gvtc.com/Wi-Fi score and make sure your connection is up to speed.
Hi, I'll take the
I'm going to
Charger
get the
burger.
Greyhound burger, please.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Charger burger. Mushrooms, Swiss, caramelized onions.
Greyhound burger. Bacon and American cheese.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Hey guys, you can like both of them at the same time.
We'll take two.
And it's a 9-1 lead in this Tuesday night high school baseball game at Greyhound Stadium. The Greyhounds of Boerne High School lead Fredericksburg Battlin Billies by a 9-1 margin as we go to the bottom of the third. And the Billies have a new pitcher, a freshman, left-handed throwing Drake Threadgill.
Now batting number 7, Xander Garrison.
Easy, baby.
Xander Garrison, the DH, who walked and scored in that 6-run second inning. Catcher and pitcher trying to get it all worked out. And Threadgill now waits. The freshman left-hander. Home plate umpire going out to talk to Mr. Threadgill. Threadgill on the season. Looks like he's won a game. Oh. Was it white? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you can't do that. I'm sorry, but that's common knowledge in high school athletics everywhere now. Coach Dietrich none too happy about the home plate umpire asking him to get the white off of his sleeve. He's going to take it back to the dugout and put probably a red marker on it, I think is what I heard him say. Drake Threadgill, the freshman who's pitched at least 9 innings this year. Pitched in 6 games. Looks like he started a game and maybe even got a win. But he is in the dugout now getting some aesthetic-pleasing marker works on his arm sleeve, something like that. So there's a delay here on the Greyhounds Sports Network. We're going to keep it here because we have a lot of things to talk about, including the district race, which Canyon Lake, Wimberley, and Boerne are all in first, tied at 4-2. Fredericksburg was a game back in 4th place at 3-3. Boerne will get a jump on the field with a win tonight, not knowing what Wimberley's actually taking on Davenport tonight. Canyon Lakes and Bandera. The only 2 teams below Fredericksburg are Davenport and Bandera. So it's pretty easy to see Canyon Lake will post a win tonight. We don't know about Wimberley. Davenport has a competitive record. So I think we're ready to go. I think Threadgill is back on the mound. Coach Dietrich is back in the dugout. And Garrison is back in the batter's box. That ball's down low. We're 2-0 to Xander Garrison. That pitch will go inside and make it 3-0. So a 3-0 count to the leadoff hitter for the Greyhounds here in the bottom of the third. And there's strike one. The count will go 3-1 now, as Threadgill tries to battle his way back into the at-bat. The left-hander winds, sends it low, and there's a leadoff walk.
Now batting number 12, Cam Johnson.
For Garrison. So we're back to the top of the order, and to the plate for the third time tonight is Cam Johnson. Johnson has singled and scored in the first. In the second inning, he laid down a perfect sac bunt to move up 2 runners who both scored later in the inning. So officially 1 for 1 in the scorebook with a run scored, and Johnson bats with a runner on first. He's got the bat squared around to bunt. Pulls it back for ball 1. As Threadgill some talk in the press box. It is 9-1. Do you bunt when it's 9-1? Yeah, questionable. That one called a strike on a breaking pitch. The throw to first behind the runner is wild. Bounces over the first baseman, and the runner, Garrison, makes his way to second base on the E2. So we've got a 1-1 count to Cam Johnson. Threadgill wants to take some time, but the count is one of the one that the catcher threw away was called a strike on the outside corner with the breaking ball. Johnson takes that one down low, and the 2-1. Johnson with 8 doubles and 3 triples on the season. He's had a busy year, and he earns a walk. It was a 2-1 count, so let's not give him the walk yet, because that makes it 3-1. Not so sure we won't get there, but not yet. It's 3-1. The second pitch was called a strike, and guys, he was very demonstrative about it. Even though the ball swept outside, he said it caught the plate, and yeah, it's the one the catcher threw wild. So 3-1 the count to the second batter here in the third inning for the Greyhounds. There's ball 4. We knew we'd get it eventually. Johnson takes his way to first, and that brings up the 2-hole hitter, Dylan Lambert. The left fielder has a triple and a walk to his credit tonight and has scored 2 runs, or 23 runs scored on the season. So Lambert waits, the left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. Tries to sack bunt him around, but pops it up down the third base line foul. And has a strike 1 count. And I don't know that that's what he was supposed to do, because I think that's Coach Merrill calling him down to the third base line. Not real sure what he was supposed to do, but I'm guessing that wasn't it. But he'll step back in and have another chance now with an 0-1 count. Drake Threadgill, the freshman pitcher, in relief. That one bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Lambert gave a good hard look down to the third base coaching box this time, then gets back in the box. Threadgill. This time he bunts it. It's popped up third base side. Will it roll foul? He won't let it. He'll throw to first. He won't throw to first. He'll bluff it. The runners are safe all around.
How batting number 14, Cole Phillips.
on what amounts to an infield single.
Like this, like that. Everybody trying to be like me. Trying to take my juice. Trying to take my stick.
So the bases are loaded. And Cole Phillips try to improve on his 400 average. Popped up to second base his last time up after a single in the first. An RBI single. Bats now with runners on second and third and first. The bases loaded, no one out. First base rope, just foul. Down the right field line, tried to poke it past the first baseman Metzger, but it was foul. Everyone would have scored on the play for sure. And Phillips would have had himself another triple. So Phillips digs back in. Threadgill out of the wind. The 1-1 pitch. High. And now we want to talk to the freshman. As the count goes to 2-1, we have another delay. We'll keep it here. Both teams, as we've mentioned, in the thick of the district race. The Greyhounds will play at Fredericksburg on Friday in the second of the two-game series. And then the Greyhounds have a pair of games versus Wimberley next week, Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday at Wimberley, Friday at home. To close out the district race. So the mound conversations appears to be over. As word comes back after his conversation with Drake Threadgill and the rest of the infield and the coach. So a 2-1 pitch with the bases loaded, sails outside, and it's 3-1. There is nowhere else to put Cole Phillips. Threadgill's 3-1. Outside as well. He's walked another batter. And Phillips gets an RBI.
Number 24, Rashawn Galloway.
With the bases loaded walk. And for the second time in as many innings, Rashawn Galloway comes to the plate with the bases loaded. I think last time there were 2 outs. Now there's nobody out. The infield in all the way around. Threadgill wants to regain some composure after another walk, his third of the inning. Galloway steps in. Remember, he hit that monster grand slam home run last inning. Has the bases loaded again. That fastball catches the outside corner. Threadgill again to the stretch. Runners take their lead. That one in the dirt with a breaking ball. Count goes even at 1-1. Galloway now with 14 runs batted in on the season. I believe that was his first home run. Fouls that one right back to the screen. He was all over that fastball, just missed it. Count goes 1-2 though. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning, a run is in. Galloway, the catcher, who hit a grand slam last at bat, waits for the 1-2. And that one is way outside as he tried to throw a breaking ball, but lost it about as he released it. Good play by Word just to jump up and grab it. Now 2-2 the count to Rashawn Galloway. A line out and a home run so far. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Right on that low fastball as well. Count stays at 2-2 to the cleanup hitter for the Greyhounds. Threadgill. Batter calls for time as Galloway got tired of waiting on Threadgill, getting the sign and going to the stretch. Rashawn back in the box now. Threadgill has the sign. The 2-2 delivery. In the air to right. The right fielder's coming towards the line and cannot make the play. The runners had to hold up. 2 will try to score. 1 run is scored. The second one will be tagged out at the plate, and that is Lambert. So it's a single
Number 18, Caleb Sanchez.
and an RBI for Galloway. Johnson scores. Lambert is out. 9-3-2. That'll be the first out of the inning. So runners at the corners now. Runners at the corners with 1 down. Galloway put it in the air. The right fielder, Ray, could not come up with it, but got the ball back in a hurry. The runners had to, again, thinking it would be caught. They were basically tagging up, if you will, at third and second. Johnson scored easily from third, but Lambert was thrown out. There's a ball in the dirt, gets past. Here comes the runner to the plate. No play on it. That was a pinch runner for Phillips. Graves, who scored. Galloway makes his way to second. As Threadgill continues his struggles here in the third. 3 runs in, it's 12-1. A runner on second with 1 out. There's another ball in the dirt, and the runner will advance to third. Pinch runner for Galloway at second.
Courtesy runner number 2 on third, Max Garcia.
Garcia, the pinch runner, courtesy runner for Galloway. Ward goes out and has a conversation with Threadgill as the count goes 2-0, as he's had a whole lot of trouble. Sanchez at the plate, by the way, throwing strikes. He's had a whole lot of trouble as Threadgill throwing strikes here in his third inning of work, or his first inning of work in the third inning. There's a strike. Takes the count to 2-1, 1 out and a runner on third. Greyhounds taking a lot of doubt out of this one. The ball back to the pitcher. He looks the runner to third, then throws to first. Nice ball by Threadgill.
Now batting number 42,
the 1-3 put out is the second out of the inning. The pinch runner stays at third. Poole is due up. Andrew Poole, the third baseman, has a couple of RBI tonight, including a double back in the second inning to left field. Threadgill with a runner on third, now with 2 out. Takes a fastball over the plate to Andrew Poole. His .306 average on the rise after the double in the second. Threadgill again to the windup. That ball sails inside, and the count goes even at 1-1. Tyler Garantano on deck, hoping to bat here in the third, but there are 2 outs with a runner on third. Threadgill's 1-1, sails inside. The count goes 2-1, and after throwing a first pitch strike, he's missed twice in a row inside to Andrew Poole. Poole has raised his RBI total on the season. There's a ground ball past third, foul. Poole with 14 runs batted in on the season now. Or is that? That's 13 runs batted in, yeah. 13 runs batted in on the season. Has a chance to bring one home now. The 0-2 pitch, pardon me, stayed outside. Pitcher walked off the mound towards the dugout, which isn't going to get you any calls from the home plate umpire when you do that, but the count is full now. Nowhere to go but a walk or a hit or an out. Here we go. There's foul ball up and out of play. Poole, the 7th batter in the inning. Fastball right down the middle. Caught him looking. First strikeout for Threadgill ends the inning, but the Greyhounds pick up 3 runs on 2 hits. There was an error and 1 runner left on base. At the end of 3 complete, it's 12-1 Greyhounds on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Greyhounds Sports Network is brought to you by Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Dog and Pony Grill, Glick Insurance, Toyota of Boerne, Ferris Orthodontics, and Wick Productions.
Let's rock. Renovation just became the ultimate team sport.
Bring the competition.
I'm a little terrified.
Rock the Block. Season premiere Monday, March 8th at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578.
Back for some Tuesday night baseball on the Greyhounds Sports Network. It's all Greyhounds tonight as they've taken care of Fredericksburg to the deficit of 12-1 after 3 innings. Masterful work by Cole Phillips, who did give up an unearned run in the second, but has kept them hitless after 3 innings. Javi Rodriguez, their leading hitter by average, is due up here to lead off the 4th. He popped out to the first baseman back in the opening inning for the 3rd out of that first inning. And there's a fly ball to right. Over to track it down is Sanchez, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Fredericksburg here in the 4th. Jesse Castillo, the DH, now to the plate. He has struck out in his only plate appearance.
Now batting number 6, Jesse Castillo.
He's had some luck this year batting in that cleanup spot, though. A home run, 5 doubles, 2 triples, and 9 runs batted in. Pops this one up on the first base side, but it'll be out of play. A little bit of chase by Galloway, but it sailed wide of the fence. Phillips got ahead in the batter just like he did as Rodriguez first pitch swinging. Now he's ahead 0-1 to Rodriguez. There's a ground ball foul down the third base line, and Phillips again throwing strikes here in the 4th. Ahead in the count 0-2. Castillo struck out in the 2nd inning in his only previous at-bat. Phillips gets the sign, the windup. Breaking ball, fouled in the dirt off his leg. And we'll do it again. Phillips has had some long at-bats by a couple of different batters fouling some pitches off because he's been, while not as sharp as I think he's been in previous games, he has kept the ball in hitting zones enough for them to foul it off because it's good enough not to take. Close enough. So the 0-2 pitch. Another breaking ball fouled in the dirt. And it'll be the 5th pitch for Castillo next time up. Infield plays Castillo to hit late. Center fielder probably 15 paces into right center. The right fielder, Sanchez, is hugging the line, if you will. Left fielder Lambert in straightaway left field. There's a fastball 0-2 high for ball 1. As Castillo continues the at-bat, now 1-2. This will be the 6th pitch he's seen from Phillips in this at-bat. There is a ball to left field, sky high. It's got some travel. Lambert goes back towards the wall and then misses it. So Castillo will be on second base with a double. And that's the first hit given up by Phillips tonight. Lambert got back in time, just couldn't track it down and bring it in. So a runner on second with 1 out. And the catcher, number 22, J.B. Word. He was hit by a pitch his first time up and scored their only previous run. That's a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop will make the play. Johnson with a nice throw to first, and Cloudy. The runner does take second on the play on the 6-3 putout for the second out of the inning. Brings up the second baseman, Jake Nunn. Flew out to right field, and Sanchez, his last time up in the second. Fredericksburg batting in the 4th, 2 outs, a runner on third. The only hit of the game so far by Fredericksburg was the double by Castillo, who now is at third. Nunn swings and misses as his left foot was aiming toward left field on that swing. Evens the count at 1-1. Phillips readies himself, the wind and the 1-1 delivery. Catches the outside corner and makes it 1-2. Phillips wants to end this one right now and not give up that run. Strikes him out. Galloway bobbled it, but it is a strikeout. 3rd out of the inning. They get a hit, but no runs. Leave a runner on base. Headed to the bottom of the 4th. It's 12-1. Boerne on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Greyhounds Sports Network is brought to you by Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Dog and Pony Grill, Glick Insurance, Toyota of Boerne, Ferris Orthodontics, and Wick Productions.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Hi, my name is Michael Glick with Glick Insurance. Since 1991, I've been assisting you and your family with all of your insurance needs. At Glick Insurance, we pride ourselves in educating before selling to ensure you get the best coverage and rates available. We not only offer a wide range of products, but we also offer customizable options and regular check-ins to review and make sure your policy is up to date. To start your coverage today, call Glick Insurance at 830-816-2811 or visit us online at glickinsurance.com.
Senior Jesse Castillo, who's been the DH, now comes into work. The bottom of the fourth. It was Castillo that hit that long double and was stranded at third base. Now into pitch, doing his warm-up pitches for Fredericksburg. He'll face Tyler Garetano, Houston Hendricks, and Xander Garrison here in the bottom of the fourth inning. A 12-1 Boerne lead as they've made this one a runaway through 3+ innings and have worked themselves into the third different pitcher for Fredericksburg. So Castillo done with his warm-up pitches.
Tyler Garetano.
Garetano comes to the plate. He has grounded out to third and hit a ball under the third baseman's glove, I believe, in 2 trips. So Garetano comes to the plate for the third time tonight to lead off the fourth for Boerne. He's hit the ball to the third baseman twice tonight. Probably try to do something different this time. Castillo waits for his first offering of the evening. Fastball up. Is ball 1 to Garetano. 224 is average coming in. That's gone down a little bit, but he is in the top 5 in runs batted in with 19 on the season. Castillo's 1-0 delivery. In the dirt, 2-0. Fredericksburg pitchers have had some trouble with control and trying to keep away from the Boerne bats as well. The 2-0 delivery by Castillo. Threw it by him that time as Garetano swung and missed. Finally saw a pitch that was in there and might have been a little bit late. Castillo again gets his sign. The 2-1 delivery. Low for ball 3. So not off to the start he wanted. Senior Jesse Castillo. DH tonight. He's also pitched and caught on the season. And he walks. The leadoff batter.
Now batting number 8, Jackson Graves.
My first rifle was a 243. Papa gave Daddy and Daddy gave to me.
Jackson Graves will bat for the first time tonight.
And they taught me how to shoot with a steady hand.
Comes to the plate. With a 261 average on the season. Has scored 11 runs and driven in 3 this year. First pitch is outside by Castillo. And his wildness continues here in the bottom of the fourth. In a 12-1 Boerne lead. Throw to first to chase the runner back. That's Hendricks. Gets back in plenty of time. Garetano, pardon me. And Graves takes that one for a strike. sidearm throw to first is in the dirt. Nice scoop by Metzger. So Castillo having all kinds of trouble. Readies himself, and that one swung and missed by Graves. That one up in his eyes. But he swung anyway. And the count is even at 1-1, or pardon me, it's 1-2. Castillo again out of the stretch. Garantano again dives back into first. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Graves. He'll go down on strikes.
Now batting number 17, Matt Drange.
And Matt Drange is the pinch hitter. Drange comes to the plate for the first time tonight. Home plate umpire looking at the, oh, has he got a necklace? Oh my gosh. Oh my. Drange's average is 0.62, so he's had one hit in 16 previous at-bats. Looking for his second hit of the season here after he gets rid of whatever was bothering the home plate umpire. Castillo checks the runner at first. Really worried about him in a 12-1 game. I don't understand. Ball. That ball just a bit inside. I don't know if that's the crowd or the dugout yelling that was a good pitch. Looked pretty good, but Blue called it inside, so move on. 1-0 the count. Drange waits for that one about 1.5 feet outside. Snap throw to first is not in time. So Castillo again checks the runner to the stretch. The 2-0. Also inside, and it's 3-0. So he's having trouble now with strikes again. He walked Garantano to lead off the inning, then struck out Graves in a pinch hitting role. Now he has a pinch hitter in Drange that he's got a 3-0 count to. And of all of the players involved in these starters and subs, Drange is 3-0, and he's got the weakest average of the bunch. But he'll take a walk, I'm sure, if Castillo wants to give it to him.
Now batting number 12, Cam Johnson.
Guessing that one was a little bit low. Puts runners on first and second now. And we go back to the top of the order, and Cam Johnson. Johnson has singled and scored, had a sac bunt to set up 2 other scores, walked and scored in the 3rd. Now bats here in the 4th, so he has been to the plate all 4 innings. Castillo winds to the stretch, and brings the pitch. It's a ball low. As Jesse has had some struggle throwing strikes here in this 4th inning. A couple of walks. He does have a strikeout, though, and Johnson waits for his 1-0 pitch. Sit in the air towards center. Not going to carry very far. Rodriguez comes in and makes the grab for the second out of the inning.
Number 9, Dylan Lambert.
So the first official time Johnson's been out in the box score after the sack bunt. It doesn't count against his average. And Dylan Lambert comes up with a couple of runners on, now with 2 out. Lambert's tripled, walked, and singled. He scored 2 runs. Left-handed batter waits for Castillo's first offering with 2 outs and 2 on. That was an off-speed breaking pitch. And he wants to know, did that not fall into the zone? And Blue said no. Lambert waits. Castillo misses inside, and it's 2-0. Johnson didn't wait for many pitches, swung at the second one. After lengthy at-bats to Garitano and to Drange. It's 2-0 now to Lambert. 2 on, 2 out. That one over the outside corner is strike 1. So Lambert again waits. Runners take their lead. Second baseman Nunn trying to keep the runner at second. Garitano close. There's ball 3 up and in. And Castillo's threatening with 2 outs to load the bases with walks. Lambert wants something to hit though, and no doubt will be swinging. That one caught the inside corner and he wasn't swinging. Might have been taken all the way. The count's full now. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Bottom of the 4th. Greyhounds have scored in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd and don't have a run yet in the 4th, and 2 are out. And he swings and misses, strike 3, and that retires the side. So the Greyhounds get 2 runners, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Head to the top of the 5th. It's 12-1 Greyhounds on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Greyhounds Sports Network is brought to you by Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Dog and Pony Grill, Glick Insurance, Toyota of Boerne, Ferris Orthodontics, and Wick Productions.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Hi, my name is Michael Glick with Glick Insurance. Since 1991, I've been assisting you and your family with all of your insurance needs. At Glick Insurance, we pride ourselves in educating before selling to ensure you get the best coverage and rates available. We not only offer a wide range of products, but we also offer customizable options and regular check-ins to review and make sure your policy is up to date. To start your coverage today, call Glick Insurance at 830-816-2811 or visit us online at glickinsurance.com.
Wins.
Back to Greyhound Stadium with a 12-1 Greyhound lead over the Battlin Billies of Fredericksburg. Cole Phillips has gone the distance, given up 1 earned run so far, given up just 1 hit. Hasn't been as sharp as he has been in other games this year, but looking to work his record to 6-0. And his ERA of .056 is even lower.
Got Max Garcia, number 2 in left field. Jackson Graves, number 8 in right field.
.56 is what I meant to say.
Now batting, number 20, Blaine Edwards.
By the way, Max Garcia in left and Jackson Graves in right. Sanchez moved to center. As the first pitch to Quentin Carpenter is fouled Down the first base side towards the dugout. Actually, it's a pinch hitter, Blaine Edwards. Edwards swings and misses and is down in the count. So Edwards leads it off for the Billies. Phillips strikes him out on 3 straight pitches. Threw a fastball up in his eyes, and Edwards couldn't handle it. And goes down on strikes. 12-1. Bernie's lead.
Now batting number 5, Rob Zuber.
Yeah, they wouldn't pinch hit for Zuberbuehler, would they? They pinch hit for Carpenter, the easy name. They let Zuberbuehler come back up, but I think we're getting better at it now. The left fielder watches a fastball sail up high. So the 4th pitch of the inning by Phillips is a ball after 3 straight strikes. And 2 balls in a row as that one sails high. Cole Phillips works into the 5th with a 12-1 lead. His 2-0 pitch to Zuberbuehler. Swing and a miss at a fastball inner half. Challenged him. And Rob took a swing at it. There's another one over the inner half for strike 2 as Phillips has worked back to even in the count with 1 out. Base is empty. Second hitter of the inning here in the 5th. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning. 6th strikeout of the game.
Batting number 3, Mason Ray.
Mason Ray, who has struck out in his only previous bat, bats for the 2nd time tonight in the 9-hole. Number 3, 207 his average coming into tonight with 5 runs batted in, the right fielder. Phillips rears back, fires a fastball inside. Pretty much guessing right now we'll see a lot of heat to this batter too. Phillips, fastball down the middle, evens the count at 1-1. Ray, knowing he's the last out of the game, takes a moment, now digs back in. Phillips low, makes it a 2-1 count. Ray, the junior utility player, we told you before, he is the right fielder tonight. The 2-1. Low for 3-1. Phillips has now missed a couple in a row after finding the zone. The 3-1 swung and missed by Ray. Looked like he almost stepped in the bucket as well. So the count is full with 2 outs and the base is empty and a 12-1 Boerne lead. Cole Phillips trying to close it out. And that's low for ball 4. And he's not happy that he put a runner on base and takes us to the top of the order in Felix Cruz.
Now batting number 24, Felix Cruz.
So with 2 outs, there is a runner on first. Top of the 5th inning. Cole Phillips trying to put this one in the books with a complete game, 1-hit effort. Not a shutout as an unearned run scored in the 2nd. First pitch fastball fouled up and out of play on the first base side for strike 1. With a win, Boerne will move into first place with Wimberley and Canyon Lake both playing tonight as well. We'll see who's tied with them. Fredericksburg will fall to 3-4 on the season, still in 4th place. That a breaking ball is fouled up down the first base side. A lot of chase, but out of play. And that'll make the count 0-2 to the leadoff hitter in the game, Felix Cruz. His .294 average has dipped just a bit with a strikeout and a ground ball to short, out. Number 24, the shortstop, Felix Cruz. Senior waits now. Phillips checks the runner at first. A big lead there as he's not being held. He'll run. The ball's up high. A snap throw to first. A better throw would have had a chance on him, but Galloway threw it just a bit foul. And as Cloudy came in, he had a chance. That ball's a foot closer to the line or on the line. He's got a chance to tag him out, but the runner got back in time. And now Phillips with a 1-2 delivery. Another breaking ball sails wide. Count even at 2-2. Cole doesn't want to go any further. I'm sure he'd like to throw something in there to make him hit it or throw it by him. Runner again with no one holding him, takes a big lead. He's going. Swing, ground ball up the middle. It has eyes, it goes through. The runner will stop at second as Sanchez comes up with it. But the second hit of the game off Phillips puts runners on first and second.
Number 9, Cole Emmel.
And the 2-hole hitter, the starting pitcher for Fredericksburg, he has walked and grounded out to second. So Emmel, who will take the loss on the mound unless the Billies can put up about a dozen runs or so, swings and fouls it down the third base side, up and out of play. Phillips gets ahead in the count. Umpire's out of baseballs, I believe. We get one back in. Umpire would like a couple of more. Not going to happen, I don't think, before Emmel gets back in the box and Phillips gets ready to throw. Out of the stretch, runners on first and second, 2 out. 0-1 pitch to Emmel. Swung and missed on an off-speed pitch. The count's 0-2. So Emmel 0-2, like Cruz was 0-2, but he worked the count to 2-2 before he got a single up the middle. Emmel now waits. The 0-2 pitch from Phillips. Breaking ball, swung and missed. He'll throw to first for the putout, and that'll be the final out of the inning. So the Greyhounds come up with a win, 12-1 over Fredericksburg in a key district matchup. They play again Friday in Fredericksburg. That'll do it for us, for everyone at Wick Productions. From Greyhound Stadium and the Greyhounds Sports Network, this is Tony Brubaker saying good night and God bless. We'll talk to you again soon.
Tonight's broadcast on the Greyhounds Sports Network is brought to you by Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Dog and Pony Grill, Glick Insurance, Toyota of Boerne, Ferris Orthodontics, and Wick Productions.